They say the world is your oyster, so why don't you get your pearl out of it? Let's go. Sup peeps, my name is Kirby, but you guys can call me Kirbz, and this is Kickback with Kirbz. I apologize for saying I was coming back and then I took a break, but I'm officially back now. I got my stuff together. Life has been a very fun and interesting ride, but we are back, my peeps. So in my first video of this year, I mentioned that I want to travel. My two main goals is to, one, travel outside of the country, and the second one has to do with my nonprofit, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'll play it here. Keep up Kirby's Your Own Project. I want it to be an official 501c3. That is what I'm trying to do. And so I'm starting my journey in my traveling endeavors. And I thought I'd like to give you guys my 3 top tips for traveling. I am not a Mr. Worldwide, you know, I'm not no pit bull. I haven't been everywhere and anywhere, but I have been to a few places, and I think my tips shall help you in the future. My latest trip has been with me and 3 of my good friends going to New York. We were only there for a weekend, and I know you guys are like, oh my god, Kirby, like COVID, like what are you talking about? You can't go outside your house. But the thing is, the world doesn't stop spinning even during this pandemic. So, you know, you have to be safe, but you also have to enjoy your life while you're doing it. So we went to New York. It was only for a weekend, but it was so much fun. I want to go back. I didn't get to go to the one place I really wanted to go, which is called Seasoned Vegan. It is a vegan restaurant up kind of near Harlem, but like apparently it's not in Harlem from what like this local told us. But we'll figure that out the next time I go up just to get the food. But anyway, from that experience and then my little trip to Gainesville and my possible trip that I'm gonna go to the Keys this month, I will be telling you my 3 top tips. Without further ado, let us begin. Tip number 1, just plan it out. People always talk about, oh, the money, oh, the time. What am I gonna do when it comes to planning out trips or just going on a trip? But the thing is, until you sit down, actually plan it all out, get the numbers, you don't know how bad it really is. There is a hack I saw on TikTok, because TikTok is taking over my life, much like many of you. But there was a hack I saw where it came to cheap flights. Some people are like, oh my gosh, you know, it costs so much to go from here to Japan, because I really want to go to Japan. Maybe not this year, but Japan is up there. But if you use like the little hack, which is using Google Flights, and then instead of putting specific dates, putting flexible dates, you can find cheap tickets year round. I found a $500 round trip ticket to Japan in March, and I couldn't do it. 1, because we're in a pandemic. 2, because I gotta work and I can't take off a week like that. But it made me so sad. But you wouldn't know that if you didn't sit down and try to plan and look at all the possibilities for you getting to that point, all right? So if you think you want to go somewhere, even if it's just for a weekend, sit down, plan it out, takes about an hour, and you will know if that's where you want to go. I would like to say that you can use a travel agent or a travel agency to assist you in planning out your travels. I did graduate with my bachelor's in a concentration in hospitality, so I know. But sometimes doing it on your own can be fun, and you can always go for that professional assistance if needed. My tip number 2 to you all, once you figured out where you want to go, looked at the pricings, book a hotel, is to do as the natives do. Now, there are sightseeing areas that you want to go to, you know, the monuments, the museums, the special food places. But what I would challenge you to do is try to contact the people who actually live there to see what they would say are the hidden gems, the hole in the walls, if you will, that you have to go to. For example, for our trip to New York, we actually used the magical powers of dating apps to move our location to talk to people who lived up there, to ask them personally, like, hey, where should we go? What places are safe? All that good stuff. So if you have the time to, you know, make some new friends in another place or another continent, go for it, because they can probably give you the hidden gems that you're looking for that can make your trip from a 7 to a 10. I'd also still like to state, please be safe when you talk to people. Like, we didn't really meet up with anyone that we actually matched with up there. We met with like 2 guys that my friend matched with, but they were both cool dudes. So like, shout out to them. And one of them got us. Be safe is what I'm trying to say. Stranger danger is still a thing. So keep that in mind. Also, I would like to take a moment for you all to drop in the comment section a place that you really want to go. It could just be for a weekend. It could just be up to a different city, another state, countries. shout out where you're trying to go or where you've been that has been the best experience for you. My third and final tip for you all when it comes to traveling the Kirby way is to forget about the real world, all right? When you travel, it's a time to react. It's a time to relax. Enjoy the things around you. See what you came there to see. Don't let, work or well, you probably have to answer your family, but different outside things hinder your experience, all right? And also don't think about money. Give yourself a budget beforehand so you kind of know how much you should be spending around. But if it's going to enhance your personal experience, spending that extra $100 on probably, getting that ferry ride around the moat or things in the area that you're thinking about, just do it. Be conscious. We're not trying to go broke on your lovely expenditures, but be conscious and go for it. So those are my 3 lovely Kirby traveling tips. I'm gonna give you guys a bonus thing to do when you go on trips. Let's say you have a friend or a group of friends that you would love to go on trips with, and you wanna make it memorable, but also similar in every experience. What am I talking about? I'm talking about starting a traveling tradition. So every time you travel to a different state, area, whatever, you do this one thing. My group of peeps, we've decided to have ramen. It started in February with our little Gainesville trip, and that ramen there was, technically it started in Cali last year. I was Cali for the Masked Singer. That was pretty cool. But anyway, it started last year in February when me and my friend were in California and we had ramen. And so then when we were in Gainesville, I was like, why don't we have ramen again? So then we were in New York and I'm like, we have to have ramen. What I'm trying to say is that's our traveling tradition. We will have ramen. No matter where we are, there will be ramen for us to try. So I'm not saying you should take my traveling tradition, but you should make one with your friends, whether it's getting matching keychains from a place, or maybe it's trying the special ice cream there, or maybe breaking into a stadium, not allegedly, just going, just seeing the sights. But that is up to you all to come up with. So I'd like to know what your traveling tradition is. I'll hopefully get to tell you guys more about my traveling expenditures. You can tell me how that is in the comments. All right, my dudes, that's all we have for today. I hope that you are able to start fostering your traveling, the adventurous side of yourself, because life is too short. How many times do I have to say it? Life is too short. You are trying to eliminate as many what ifs as possible, all right? You don't want to be like, what if I only went here, or what if I only did that? It will hurt your mental and physical state. So try to get rid of as many what ifs as possible in a safe manner, yes, and enjoy your life. And if you have any traveling tips that you'd like to provide, also put that down in the comment section along with the places you want to travel to or the places that you have traveled to that were. If you like this video and would like to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you think I did a good job, give me a thumbs up so I know how I'm doing. But until next time, adios for now.